What's going on, everybody? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff. I hope you guys are having a great day. Listen up. I forgot to turn my device on Do Not Disturb. I don't want that to happen now. But listen, guys, I'm so excited. Today, I'm going to be continuing how to build your social media brand part 3. Now remember, this is just a culmination of all the notes from myself and all of the moderators that hosted the room with me. And remember, these notes is just either something I said, they said, and it's just a recap of what we can do to help build our brand. So remember, if you love what you hear, hit the like button. We love to hear your comments, but also we want you to take action. So make sure you email us, info@blackpeopleeats.com, if you decide to take that action to building your brand today. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to be looking at the notes because I don't want to make sure I miss everything. So we talked about why are you scared to start? And a lot of people, they know who they are, they know their story, but they're scared to start. I mean, like, it's like you at the beginning of a race, but you like, I don't want to run. Why? Because I don't know. And we really dismantled and broke down that fear that causes people and it causes us to not go forward. So one of the things that I researched and learned that fear is what really keeps us from starting. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is not being exposed can cause us to being in fear. A lot of times it has a lot to do with our environment. Who we are around, what we are around allows us to see your level of exposure will show you if you will be able to handle it or not. And sometimes what I mean is, if you've never been exposed to anything, if you never saw anybody doing anything, if you're not around people that's doing anything, once you try to go against the grain, it's going to cause resistance. So you'll feel yourself like lost in a place because you're wondering, how can I step out, but I have nobody here with me? But I'm here to say sometimes, like I was the first person to step out in entrepreneurship in my family. And sometimes it's hard, it's fearful. You don't have nobody to really talk to. So mentorship is very important when you haven't been exposed, because if not, then it just gets hard and you're trying to talk to people, but they don't understand the language. So positioning yourself around the right people to be exposed to the right things is crucial. The moment your environment is exposed is the moment your actions will change. How many of y'all can say, let's raise my hand, that the moment you start going around the right people, the right things started happening? Like when I think about ClubHouse, you think about like following the right people allows you in the right room, was here the right conversations, which the right actions occur. Right? So when you think about it, if you are not around the right people and surrounding yourself around the right environment, you won't have the faith to start what you're supposed to be doing. You allow other people to talk you into fear, and you don't want to do that. One of the other things is having a revelation of what you can bring to the table. Leaning to your own authenticity will cause you to start, but not leaning against who you are and what you bring makes you hesitant. A lot of times we're not spending time with ourselves during our transition, and because we don't see the value in what we bring, we tend to be discredited and feel like we can't do it. But at the end of the day, you gotta have the dream, the vision, and the courage to say that I'm a woman, I'm a man, I bring value, I bring equity, I bring marketing, I bring branding, I bring photography, I bring videography to the table, and I trust that I'll do a great job. A lot of us don't trust in ourselves. So when it comes to building your brand, and you gotta start. But how do you start? You start by trusting the value that you bring and understand that you are valuable, and you bring your true self when you do it. You know, a lot of times, one of the things we talk about with fear is documenting your pain allows you to tell your story. And you can't be fearful to tell your story because nobody can tell your story like you. Everybody in the world experiences pain, some shape, way, or form. We all experience pain. And stories can be painful, but we get through them by telling them. And the more we tell our stories, we help free people up. And that's why whenever you thinking about stepping out on faith and taking that step to build your brand, your business, think about it like this. If nobody appreciates it, the community appreciates it. You're telling for your story for the people who are in chains for what you came out of. Once you get free from something, it's our job to build our brand, our businesses, our leadership, to pass that on to somebody else. We inspire people in our own unique ways, and that's why it's important. And one of the speakers started talking about how he started selling shirts out of his mom's car, and then he packed up his bags and moved. And it hit me, new environment. Sometimes we have to leave the place where we are, go somewhere else, do well, and come back to be appreciated. There's a story in history where this guy, he was amazing. He was sent to change the world, but nobody in his town believed in him. But he left, impacted the whole world, came back, and then they appreciated him and gave him honor. And that's pretty much what we want to do. It doesn't matter. And then I want you guys to write this down right now. Pause the video and write this down. Do you have enough courage to take the risk? Because taking risk is risky. It ain't sweet. You don't know what can happen. But the joy in taking that risk allows you to move forward to build. Nobody builds something great by playing it safe, right? I mean, you can't play it safe. You gotta risk it. It's like hands all in. No backup plan. And the reason a lot of us fearful because we haven't saw it. We haven't saw nobody do it. We waiting for somebody to help us. But guess what? There is no template. You are to create your template. You are the template to build. You are the template to create. You are the template to do it. There is no template for success. You create it. You create it and then you help others. So the moment you understand who you are, you become a pioneer to pave the way for people. You become the great construction worker that molds the ground of success and allows the future to drive on it. And as their wheels roll, their seats and their hand cars will turn and drive to their purpose, drive into their business, drive into their amazing brands. So as we go forward, we must have the confidence. But comparing ourselves, and it's something we learn, can make you fearful. Oh my God. Look at Jeremy. He's doing so good. I can't do it. Why me? He's doing good. He has blah, blah, blah. So I'm nothing. I'm like a grasshopper and they are giants. I can't do it. Don't say that. Stop comparing yourself today. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You hear me? Are you watching me? Don't compare yourself to nobody. Do not compare yourself to nobody. It's not your job to compare yourself. You do what you're supposed to do. Don't look at nobody's results. Don't look at what they're doing. You might learn to congratulate, but you might learn, but don't compare. It's not good to compare. I was on a call the other day and I heard somebody just comparing. They bio, da. That doesn't matter. Stop comparing. Have fun expressing yourself freely. Because there are no perfect conditions. A lot of us are waiting for the perfect time, the right moment, the perfect moment. The perfect moment, it is now. Because the longer you wait, the longer it will take you to do it. So don't wait. You got to stop that. Take the time now to start. There is no perfect. There is no perfect. It's not perfect. Some of us are waiting on the perfect time, the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The longer you wait, the longer you will be in chains. Chains of not starting. Chains of not breaking generational curses. Chains of not building wealth. Right? And the last thing that we will say is a lot of us are afraid to go forward because we don't have the right relationships. The right relationships, the right people in your ear, the right mentorship, the right coaching will allow you to move forward. Relationships will walk you through the door when you are broke. Relationships will walk you in the door when you don't see the value in yourself. Relationships will walk you through the door of opportunity. So if you're scared to start, the major takeaways: see the value that you bring and trust in that value. Bring your authentic self truly and freely. Expose yourself to the right environment, whether that means moving or whether that means joining a club, joining a resource group. Get on ClubHouse, get on the right groups, and be around the right people, because the right relationships will get you to the right places. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys took this information, and with this, that you will feel encouraged and empowered to start your brand today, to start your business today, to start your success today. Don't wait. You got this. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. So I want you to write down one thing that you're going to apply. And if you take on that challenge, I want you to email info@blackpeopleease.com so we can hear your story, because I want to share it. But thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys at the next Clubhouse meeting. If you are interested, you can go to jeremyclubhouse.com, sign up for the waiting list so we can send you more notes and more great branding tips so we can add value to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. See you guys on next time.